Well, hello again. After doing a video for Depop tearing apart his Growl cab build, I thought, you know what? I'm going to dust off the Vigilante. It's been a while since I played this thing, but I'd consider this my first build. My first real build. You'll find it under the exhibition, GCD Vigilante version 2. I dusted it off, upgraded it, I put an extra Thunderbolt on it. I upgraded the modules. It had a white and blue. Well, actually, I don't even think it had a radiator. I think it only had a blue cooler on it at that point. So I put a purple cooler, and a purple radiator on here. And the radar, because that's now necessary. The undercarriage was a little difficult, because this is a thinner build. There's not a lot of space for my explodey bits. And I had to do some modification in here to make that happen. But whatever. I also didn't have the engine anymore. I had to downgrade to a hardcore from the hot red. And Depop, I apologize. Hot red probably would have been better for the Growl cab build that you were doing rather than the cheetah or the dun horse. These are a proper lunatic build is pretty light. Like you can see here, I'm working at a mass of 4,800. I only have 762 hit points. There's not a lot of parts here, but take a look at what this thing does. I'm a little disappointed with my acceleration right now. As far as a lunatic build, I don't think it's quite up to par. But I'm only using the tires I've got, right? Actually, let's see if there's a way I can deal with that. Get it higher than that G. Ha! I gotta try large steering wheels. See if I can even get them on here. Whoops. Nope, that tanks it even more. But look at it! It looks so stupid. I hate the idea of using medium wheels on here, but let's see what it does to the acceleration. Yeah, it's a little better. Oh, it helps if I actually put the other wheel on. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the twins. So, load. Alright. Oh, there's one thing I do want to fix before I actually take it into a fight. Because I'm neurotic. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Battle. Behold the almighty loading screen. My cousin and I used to play games with fairly decent loading screens, and we would beat the crap out of each other. Ah, good times. Good times. I don't know why that was. We just, a loading screen. So we start hitting each other. Maybe take out some of that masculine aggression, male issues, whatever. And here I go, outrunning everyone. I kind of look like a little warthog. Huh. One thing to keep in mind, there is no hit points on this vehicle. It will die if... I took 2 cannon shots to the face recently and they just blew my thing apart in one shot. It was unfortunate. Nice thing is, you can outrun missiles. Sort of. Dodge them with relative ease. Right now I'm just waiting for targets. This is not it's a very aggressive build, but it's not a front line. It's a flanking and support. So I don't want to rush ahead and just get up in the fight. See, tons of damage. Great for finishing people off. But you do not want to trade shots. Die. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. No, this is bad. Go for the guns, go for the guns. Anyways. It's a very fun build. Kind of novel for me at this point. I've got others that I prefer playing. My hover is kind of got the shiny new toy thing going on for it, so I'll play it a lot. I'll say this much, hovers are hard to fly, holy crap. Just a whole different game with them. And, you know, they force you to see the battlefield a little differently. I'm going to do one more game with the Growl, and then I'll show you the hover. After, you know, my team falls apart. Huh. Kaboom! Cool. Took him with him. It's always a satisfying feeling. Entirely too often you self-destruct and, well, you don't get anything. Like this. He's not getting anything. Alright. One more fight. Look at my little piggy. Looks quite a bit different from the last time I played with it. It's got a new plow on the front, different bumper. Loading, loading, loading. Punch the cousin, loading. Was it? I would, because it's a cousinly thing to do. Why would you punch your cousin? Oh. Ask Ryan. He got punched all the time. I'm a terrible person. Do like how fast this thing is. So tiny. Brother of Grimm. You are not my brother. I have no brother. I have cousins. Really, I'm just kind of flaunting my speed, keeping the gas pedal down, scouting, seeing where the options are, keeping on the move. That way if somebody does pop up, I'm a harder target to start with. Granted, I might be exposing myself a little more than I need to, but it's fun driving this thing in circles. What can I say? Nope, not going that way. No, don't push me that way. Throw some bullets. Oh, I think his guns are going. Yeah, poof. Right now, he's on the run. Little piggy's coming for you. Yeah, little piggy. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, dog pile. Oh, jeez. Hi, everyone. How y'all doing? Get off of me. Move. Move. Wee, 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 wee. Here, little piggy. Don't push me into the wall. I'm gonna push you into the wall. Oops. Yeah, we're terrible. Terrible teammates. I'm trying not to swear. Cuss. Whatever. When I'm doing these videos. Die! And that's how it is. That was a lot better round. I like that round. How'd I do? 636. Me. Anyways. To the garage. I want to show off my hover. Meet the Manta. When I'm driving it, I think it's a little build. This is not a little build. This thing is huge. But despite its size, despite its massiveness, it just cruises across the battlefield. Your primary enemy, as it turns out, isn't red when you're driving a hover. It's trees and rocks. Why? I will show you why. Because you think you're driving in a straight line, and then you clip a tree, and you spin out of control! And then you gotta spend all that time trying to readjust. So, I've got wasps and a cricket on here, so it's more of a long-range build, and what I do is I'll line up my rotation, and then I'll strafe in order to line up my shot with a target. Because the rotation itself, it's hard to microcontrol, especially on the especially on the fly. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Talking, apparently, as it turns out, is hard to do when you're driving these things. See, I'm trying to rotate. It's not working for me. However, I can line up the shot fairly easily if I straight left and right. I have a cloak on here. The cloak I primarily use for getting rid of missile locks. When somebody has a missile locked on, a homing missile fired at me. For the record, direct fire missiles, they're so much more effective on larger vehicles because they're easier to hit. These little suckers, not so much. Also, trees. See? Trees. They're a problem. But yeah, hovers take a lot of getting used to, and so I did a bunch of easy raids in it just to get used to the controls and, you know, how the keys affect movement. Because I pressed rotate left a long time ago, and I'm still rotating left ever so slightly. You have to cancel out your rotation kind of manually. When you're doing strafing side to side, you'll slow down and stop a bit better. You don't have brakes. You can't press space bar and expect your vehicle to stop, so you have to do all that manually. Woo! So it's so much easier to do when I'm not actually trying to fight. I can drive really well when I'm not trying to kill people. There's a problem with hovers. You drop one of the hovers off, and the vehicle is... a hard vehicle to control becomes infinitely harder, more difficult. I'm not going to show you on this one right now. I've got the spikes on the front for just kind of a fun reason. What I like to do is lock horns with my dummy and drag it across the battlefield with them. It's kind of novel, but it makes me happy. But in the actual fight, what typically happen is if I fly over an enemy, I'll take the guns with me. I'll just scrape them right off with my horns. It's fun. We'll do a battle in this. Why not? Let's do a battle. You can all watch me fail horribly. Why? Why am I going to fail horribly? Because I'm going to try to talk while I'm driving. Which is a terrible idea. Takes up too much brain capacity, and I don't have a lot to spare. See? Huge vehicle. I also have a very heavily armored hover, relatively. Cloak lets me just sit here and line up my shot and think about what I want to do. Fire a barrage at Senor Wet Farts. What a freaky friggin' name. Senor Wet Farts. Jesus. Ah! Spinning out of control! God! No! Run away from the humpback. Line up a shot. Possibly. Yeah. Who did a little over 100 damage? Me! I should be doing more. See? Oh! This thing is great for flipping people over. Kind of a little perk. You just ram into somebody in the side and they go flip! I'm sideways. Now, actually doing that is a whole different story. Oh, I'm gonna kill those guys. See, I'm trying to rotate that way. And now I'm down a hover. I'm talking too much. I need to just shut up. This is why I want 2 more hovers. I just don't have the coins to do it. That way I can lose a hover, or lose a hover in combat and still be able to, you know, drive in a straight line, relatively. Hovers don't have straight lines. Ah! Stay in that line! Yes! Oh, it was worth it. I'm gonna do one more round in this and then close the video out. Oh, 720 points. Kind of a lousy game, but whatever. Such a pretty boat. I like the way it turned out. It's hard to make a good looking hover build that's effective as well. But I like the way it turned out. It's a little bulbous, chunky, but when you're trying to cover your hovers, that's kind of what you get. Now, one thing to keep in mind, for me personally, is I'm a little too fast. It's very easy for me to jump out in front of everyone and get into a hell of a lot of trouble. So I'm just going to take it easy, float around, cloak so nobody fires at me preemptively. Fire a barrage of missiles! Not hit anybody! But that's what you get. I'm not going to waste my time on that drone. I might actually end up wasting my time. You. Oh, hi! Freak show. I got problems. Run away! Okay. Cloak up. I was expecting to run into some people here. Apparently not. Where'd all the bad guys go? Oh! Found him! Every single one of them. Disengage. Okay. I'm gonna have to head back to base again. I like how small the battlefield becomes when you're on hover. I mean, you just cross terrain like nobody's business. Ah, that was an excellent shot that I just pulled off there. Did you see that? How many missiles went flying straight into that guy? It was great. That was sarcasm. I don't know how it looks retro. Looks like melted slag now. GCD Manta exhibition.